What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Hope you're having a wonderful day. It's so fun to be live with you guys here in Lake Tahoe. I'm on vacation with my family. We all needed a little vacation, but I wanted to get a message out to everybody today. I had this queued up, and I'm like, I'm not going to wait. I'm going to carve a little bit of time out of my vacation to go live and hang out with you guys. By the way, we're also live on Twitter right now, which is fun. Figured that out. So thanks, Periscope. So we're on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter. Throw me a comment. I'd love to hear where you guys are watching from right now and hanging out with. And I'd like to share with you a really fun conversation today. Man, first of all, isn't the beard a lot more fitting in the wilderness? I feel like I'm fully on brand right now, so I'm really excited about it. You can go out. I got my family here hanging out. But this is a really cool conversation. I was sitting with Adam Encinas, who's a really good branch manager for us. By the way, also, if you're watching right now, how's the headset volume coming through? You guys give me a comment. Let me know how it's going through. We're trying to figure this out here in the wilderness, so we're going for it. But I got good Wi-Fi, so we know that we're strong there. So listen up. Hi, Melissa on LinkedIn. Nice to see you. This is awesome. I'm using my phone for this, and it's really working out really well, so I'm happy with it. Man, not good enough is great, and this is the conversation I want to have with everybody today, because I know somebody needs to hear this, because I needed to hear it. And I was sitting with Adam, who's, like I said, a really great branch manager, and we're having this conversation. Thank you, Melissa. The audio is good. I appreciate you. And we're having this conversation about not good enough is great. And he was saying, I'm so far behind. I have so much to do. I have so many systems to implement, things I want to do, articles I want to produce, videos I want to make, content I want to do, and I'm feeling like I'm so far behind. And I sat there and I'm like, I have the same feeling. I'm like, I am behind all the time. And I'm like, how do I figure this out and catch up? And then I had this kind of epiphany and this moment of settling, where I realized we're always behind, and that's great. And here was the thought process. If you're not iterating and improving all the time, that's where growth is. That's where life is. It's always like in pushing for the next thing, in striving for the next thing. And I'm an achiever and an Enneagram 3 and all those things. And the disc test, I'm a D. And I like to strive and push and strive and push. And when you're doing that, especially if you're in sales, like I know a lot of my mortgage professional friends and colleagues, we're strivers, we're achievers, we're doers. When you live in that state of mind, you realize, man, I'm always going to feel behind, because the second you think you've got it figured out, you're going to be like on to the next thing. The second you nail down one system, you're going to be trying to iterate and build out another thing. The second you figure out, the LinkedIn algorithm or the Facebook algorithm, it's going to change. And now your ads suck and they don't work and you have to figure it out again. It's a process. And if you're in a position in your mental state where like, I'm not doing enough, I'm not good enough right now, I'm not mastering this right now, then the answer to that is yes, that's perfect. That's perfect. Be in that space, because you're always going to be in that space, and you should be in that space. I don't want anyone to sit back on their laurels and be like, I figured it out. I nailed it. It's done. All set. Got it done. And then sailing off into the sunset, because that's never the reality. The reality is there's always a place to go. And if you're in a mental place right now where you're like, my content's not good enough, my videos aren't good enough, my audio's not good enough, my lighting's not good enough, great. Because at least in that space, you're in the game. If you're sitting back and like, I'm never going to start, like I did a LiveTime on why you should start a podcast, or how easy it is to start a podcast. And people were like rolling over because they're like, it's Zoom. Just do a Zoom. Just do a Zoom. After you're done with the Zoom, download the audio, upload it to Simplecast or a million other podcast hosting sites. Just Google that crap and it's everywhere. And now you have a podcast. But if you're sitting back going, well, no, I need to have the nice mics, and I need the nice mixer first, and I need the nice setup, and I have the cool background and the neon lights. I'm like, no, like just play and be okay that not good enough is great, because that means you're in the game. That's the truth right there. Not good enough is great, because it means you're in the game. And a lot of people, you just need to be in the game, because you're going to learn. As soon as you kick off the edge, you're going to realize how much fun this is playing in a new way. I got a letter of encouragement from somebody digitally, because I love this crap, and I love how we can all connect digitally and just send a message, and now you're talking to somebody across the world that you never knew before. It's amazing. And she said, I was nervous about starting a podcast. I saw this thing, and I went ahead and started a podcast, and now I'm connecting with all these business owners, and now my origination strategy is fun again. You see, what she was doing before, which is what many of us do, is we use the old playbook, and she was grinding it. Everything felt like a grind. Now her work feels free. Now she feels like she's doing something that she can enjoy, that she's thrilled about, and she's not caught up in the race. And it was so uplifting for me because she was just in the game. And that's my encouragement for every one of you guys out there right now who listens to this on Crazy Tuesday, or if you're watching this in the future, hit me up with a hashtag bypass that lets me know, gives me encouragement that somebody saw this later. I love that. But that's the truth, guys. If you're feeling like you're on the journey, if you're feeling like you're behind, perfect. Embrace that space. Because trust me, if you're going to push into new skills, if you're going to push into this like digital connection world, you're always going to feel behind. You're always going to feel like that guy or gal did something cooler than I could do, and I got to figure that out now, and this new technology came out, and I got to figure out that out now. Great. Just keep playing. And you'll pick up the small stuff. Does this make sense? If you're understanding this, like, let me know in the comments, because this is like a core, like I got so much relief, so much personal relief in my conversation with Adam, because I was like, I got permission from myself to be like, it's okay that you don't have it all figured out. It's okay that you don't run the #1 mortgage podcast in America. It's okay that you don't have the social following you want, that you don't have the distribution you want on my weekly download newsletter. Like, it's okay. Just be in the process. And that grace for myself freed me up to be like more excited to play the game. I didn't care if the lighting wasn't great, or if the audio was terrible, or if I'm in Lake Tahoe or whatever it was. I had freedom to play the game. And that is what I want everyone to hear right now. Just play the game, have some fun, and realize that good enough is great. Not good enough is great. You have to hear this. If you think that at some point in your path forward of your career growth, whatever that looks like for you, that you're going to have it nailed down, you're done, you did it all, you landed it. The second you get in that space, you're going to realize, oh, there's 17,000 more things to do. And you're going to be immediately back in that headspace of, oh, I'm just not good enough. It's not good enough. The video wasn't good. By the way, you know how freeing live streams are? I know that someone's going to freak out right now when I say this, but you know how freeing live streams are? How many of you have filmed 75,000 video takes on your phone? Like, if you pull your phone up and scroll through the pictures, like, how many times is there like take 1, take 2, and there's just your face over and over again? Like, guys, not good enough is great. Just go roll one. But that's where live, like, that's where going live, like, it's so much more freeing, because even if I said the sentence wrong, we're still rolling through the conversation, and it's authentic, and it's not scripted, and it's organic, and you get to engage that way. I'm telling you, live is a lot more easy than recording stuff. I in my 100 videos in 100 days, I had the same thing. I had a wall of like videos that I didn't like, and I kept like re-recording it. The journey is the destination. You've heard that a million times. I didn't just say that and like rock your world. But what I am hoping to do in this little message is for you to realize that you're always going to be not good enough if you're really in to furthering your own development. If you're really in to furthering your own development, you're never going to be good enough. You're never going to have landed it and it's done, and you're the king or the queen. It's over. It's never going to happen, guys. It's never going to happen. This is a great quote by Eric. I put on the screen. Not good enough is great. Not great is good enough. You're never going to be great. When do you think you're going to end it? You're just going to end your personal journey? It's over. You did it. You went live once. You did it. Like, no. The next time you're going to be like, how can I make that better? Why was no one watching? What content is getting a ton of views? What content is not getting a ton of views? Where's my audience? You're always going to be improving, which is what I love about this space. And what I love about this message is because it's free. If I got freedom from it, I know you can get freedom from it too. If I sat there with Adam and had an epiphany of like, oh man, I'm always going to be pushing. I'm always going to be pushing. I'm always going to want it to be better. I'm always going to want my message to land more clearly. Oh, Eric, that's your own personal quote. I love it, dude. I'll put it back up for people to see for a minute. That's really good. I really enjoy reading that. I think it's right, man. I think that's the right thing. Because you're never going to be done in this journey of life. You're never going to have, like, you're never going to be done. And that's perfect. That's freeing. That's awesome, because that lets you go, you can let go of all this tension and pressure to be something you're not in this moment. I want to say that again. A lot of stuff that's probably holding you back is probably stuff that I'm struggling with that holds me back. I don't feel like I did it. I'm not good enough. This isn't a good enough production. I need to heighten the graphics. I need more graphics. I need intro music. I need captions, which I still don't have because I suck. I can't figure it out. I'll figure it out one day. But like, this is the reality. And as soon as you land in that space and you go, wait a minute, hold on. Why am I putting so much judgment on myself? And when I have captions, will I be done then? When I get captions finally on my stuff, am I going to be done then? No. There's going to be something else that I'm going to be trying to lean into and going, oh, this is like, Eric's just dropping bombs right now. Perfection leads to procrastination, man. Isn't that the truth? How many times are we frozen by our own like desire to be perfect because we don't look like this person who's doing it so good and you're so jealous and envious? And this, Melissa, is the best comment I think I've heard today. This is easier for me now because I've done 400 of them. That's just how it is. Like it wasn't easy the first couple times. Like this is a lot easier for me now because I've done a lot of them, and I'm gonna do a lot more. And I'm hoping that they're gonna get better. So we all hope they get a little better, right, over time. But like, this is my like excitement for you guys in this conversation is, if you're feeling like this isn't good enough, I don't have it mastered, and so I'm gonna hold back. You have to realize that that's a mistake. That's an inherent mistake. You got to play the game, and not good enough is great because you're always going to be not good enough. I don't mean that like you don't have any inherent human value. You have tremendous value. But what I'm saying is, you're never going to be happy with it, man. At least if you're like me. I'm such a judgmental person. I'm always like, that's why I have a hard time when I re-listen to some of my stuff. For a while, I didn't re-listen to anything. I just shipped it. By the way, I work with a great professional who's coaching me in a lot of things. And one of the things he's always pushing on me, he's like, just ship it. I'm like, what does that mean? He's like, just ship it. I'm like, I don't mail things. He's like, no, like create it and ship it. Like, stop overthinking it. Stop overanalyzing it. Stop. Like, Melissa, I've deleted 400. Yeah, me too. Like, I feel that so deeply. So now my motto internally in my mind is like, just ship it. Like, we're in Tahoe. I'm like, just ship it. We're going. We're gonna see what happens. I don't know if the audio is gonna be working at all. I'm in the woods. A bear is gonna attack me. Like, I have no idea what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna get attacked by a bear. But if you're struggling with content, with your message, with what you're going on, just ship it. You'll get better. You'll learn, and be okay with the reality that you're always gonna live in a space of it's not good enough, at least if you're like me. And that should give you freedom to be like, oh, of course I feel this way. I'm always going to feel this way if I'm pushing myself forward. I want to say that again. If you're pushing yourself forward to become better, to further your career, to generate more influence, to make more human connection, if you're pushing yourself forward, you're always going to have this feeling inside you of, I'm not doing it good enough. This is not good enough. I'm not where I want to be. The second you rest back and go, I landed it, we got it, is the second that you get behind. Like, that you start, it's not where growth is, right? Like, we know this intrinsically. Like, growth is in that process of being uncomfortable. Growth is in that process of putting yourself out there and being vulnerable. That's where growth is. That's where success is. We know this. We've heard it from every single professional speaker and book author and everybody, athlete. Like, it's all about striving to go forward, which means it's always about feeling inside here of like, man, I'm not doing it the way I want to do it. This is not like the end game for me. But it is what I've got today. So I'm going to deliver that today. And that is damn good enough. That is amazing. And that is freeing. And then you should be excited that you feel that way, because that means you're in the right space. The second you feel like this isn't good enough, but I'm doing it anyway, you are in the right space. You're in the right mental space. You're in the right uncomfortable growth space. You're there. And you're always going to be there if you're pushing yourself forward. So be excited about it. Be excited about the fact that that feeling is the right feeling. If you're having that and you're like, dang, okay, then this is the right space, because that means I'm pushing forward. That means I'm getting uncomfortable. That means I'm figuring it out. Then you're crushing it. You're absolutely in the right space. Man, I hope that helped today, because it helped me a lot when I just got to relax and realize, oh, I'm always going to be pushing ahead. I'm always going to be trying to drive new stuff. And that's going to make me always feel like Somebody else is doing it better. I'm not doing the best I could possibly do yet. I don't have captions. Can you tell I'm super judgy about the fact that I don't have captions? That's it, guys. And by the way, I'll kind of end with this, since I try to keep these like around the 15-minute mark. Ask people for help. If you're like, how do I do this better? Then ask the people who you think are doing it better to tell you what they're doing. They'll all tell you. They'll all share. It's all out there. It's all public information. It's all of human knowledge is sitting in your hand in a phone that's connected to everything you could possibly want. And I'm live streaming on 4 platforms in Lake Tahoe on vacation on my iPhone. It's incredible. It's like the world we live in is so good. So I thank you guys. Thank you, Leanne, for the nice comment. I hope it pushes you into more fun space. Eric, thanks for all your contributions today, man. That was really great quotes. And Christina, I love you. So good to see you. You're awesome. And yeah, just ship it, guys. Ship it. You're always going to feel like it's not good enough, and that's perfect. Ship it. Have a wonderful day, everybody.